run it, see what happens. I mean, it's a good comp. It gives you a
yeah, it is a good comp. I really strongly believe that Sage is the best at the moment on this map for the meta of the Gecko. Like Gecko literally gets countered by Sage.
Pretty fast push out.
It's been proven. It's been proven on Icebox. It's been proven on Sunset.
Smoke to cover off market. Looks like the execute's going to come through.
Izu bouncing forward, Dizzy up over the top, going to be cleared out, and Frenzy will be able to claim the first kill as King gets taken down. Auspas lurking here outside of market within that smoke, waiting for timing to be able to try to push up. This fault line goes through.
Oh, hole in the wall. Hole in the wall.
Now it is all on
Oh boy.
Try to keep him in this, but he is pushed out into the open just
yeah, not when you got little gaps in the wall like that. Okay, nicely done. Yeah, and T1 try and go for the Paper X Classic, which they used to do to prove they can go over towards B, wall over towards the right. Yeah, if you miss this wall and there's a gap, then yeah, no one was on top of this gap.
Some of the scrims when you're practicing it.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to the smoke over towards B main as well. That gave him the cover to be able to do this from the guy from main.
You know, very much what you're going to see a lot of times with this Sage on this map is trying to use that wall to cut off that market angle. If you're able to get deep enough, you could cut off Boba as well, but that's very much gives you
where
a
are we at?
Opportunity to control that
for
backside area.
2-1 for pistols.
Oh my God, Izu.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice headshot, but kill can be found as King.
Nice. That's a nice reply back. Man, LEV is so good at this map. They play so well together. The util's great.
He'll use to try to get himself back up to as much HP as possible.
Patsy with the prime. Thank you with the 2 months. Thank you.
Pretty much any amount of damage, any stray bullet will be putting Excurate down. Swing out.
They needed a divide to watch the gap in the wall. Yeah, that's actually true.
Elimination in this round. Do some damage. Take some of these
Paper X always have that same wall because it's very hard to actually get it to connect to like this area, right? You have to run out quite a lot. It's the same thing that Paper X do. Paper X is just so on top of the comp and all like the weaknesses that is literally divine normally watching that. Or I think it used to be Munya that used to watch it as well back when he had inspiration.
Coming out first, but he's got his back turned. Free fall all the way around. Zeno will go ahead.
Yeah, let's see how the fast fight goes.
Start here, just one member lost. So we go into LEV's bonus.
But I think Sage is great on this map. I think Sage is great on the meta. So like literally on defense, people play fight one site, retake another. If you can go to the site where they retake, right? You find out where the cipher is. You break up all the util, you get into the site, and then they have to retake. You save some, like just one Sage slow. As soon as that flash comes in, you throw the Sage slow. Timing's done, and they don't have a second layer to get through. Pretty much what happens. It's the same thing on Icebox, right? People are using Gecko comps. They play retake. Right, it's the same. It's a similar style on defense, right? You play to retake one, you fight the other. You just find the one that they're retaking, and then you just save a Sage slow. Just the easy counter for the Gecko.
Not going to be connecting. Izu managing to find a second. Flash in after shot goes out. Izu picks himself up a third, and now has a showstopper online here on round 3.
Ult for next round. Ult for the big buy round. That's huge.
Patience around that util.
Yeah, I mean, he's done his job, though. Guys, don't... Guys? The 2v5.
Finds the kill, and suddenly things starting to be undone. Excurate having to back away, cannot get this plan through, and Cyan player still
played so 1 by 1.
Towards this site. Excurate just full backpedaling out. And all that Cypher util still set up on B. And already the rotation's
LEV is so on top of it. They're
going
to be here early and they have trips and a camera? Surely not. Surely they think that this is so strong that they should back towards A. Yeah.
Leviathan expects what you just thought about it, Kilios.
Yeah, they do.
The double pump, that's what they're expecting. That is actually going to be the kill.
No way, though. No way they don't go close.
They don't even want to try to play into the site, it looks like. They're just going to stay sat back here in main.
This is weird, though, because
it's so tough to break it, especially when there's no smokes.
This trip just gives them all the info. Especially once they close this door, they're like, hold up.
Extremely accurate with this
camera. I mean, camera also gives them that, but
one Dizzy.
They got no vision block.
Sent instantly dealt with. Now pretty much aware of all the positioning. Yep.
One enemy
Couple taps coming through. Calm.
Yeah, lovely. Really nicely handled from them, to be honest.
Fantastic kills coming
T1
in
had
here.
to create more pressure than that. Chat, that's a 2v5, by the way. 2v5 and these 3 kills.
The way that
One,
they're just
one,
expecting
one.
those peaks, just playing for them. That's really all that, you know, they can do.
One on his own.
Disadvantage. But that
One
Dizzy
on
dealt
his
with
own.
quick, doesn't give T1 much opportunity.
One on his own.
They're trying to delay.
Sage just
But the
wide
shots are
swung.
just too clean. Calm with 3 kills in that round. And Fernando popping off.
Every reason to be excited at the moment.
Probably good we cut that where we did.
What are you talking about?
It's
Doesn't look like anything to
T1.
me.
Yeah, no.
Money's kind of in the bin.
Showstopper's
We
still in the back pocket here for
gotta
Izu.
force into this one. Got a Bulldog. They have 1 away from Sire's official.
Force up to get as much firepower as they possibly can. Thrash now online for Saya. Looks like that's gonna be.
Yeah, and they go for the
leading
paper
charge
X
here as
around the
Osmoth
world
again.
of
Quick
East Side.
exit, not wanting to get caught by
Oh,
this second fish
okay, we
here
have to
on
go
T1.
into market. Dude,
Cage
this
gonna
is
be dropping.
interesting.
Izu staying
double
silent.
double
Boot bot
smoke
Osmoth.
off this area. Fish all
Waiting
goes
for the zone
towards
smoke to
market.
dissipate. Calm. Getting a nasty bit of damage. Push up into the smoke. Now the Showstopper out. Doesn't see much. Spots him at the very end.
Lovely
Mazino
trade,
able to
though,
find
no
the kill
matter
before
what.
Getting taken down by the Showstopper, and X-Grid will pick off Tex. Now a 4v2. Very entrenched. RT1.
standing.
And King will give one other little death there over to Saya.
That's
Player
cool,
for
though.
Calm. Eventually just going to have to drift away.
Fuck off
Does
this
have
bit,
cash,
this
could try
bit,
to
and
deal some
try
additional damage, but
get a kill
not
early.
wanting maybe to feed some additional ult
Obviously, if you
charge
take over
to
towards
these
market, you
players.
can always get this.
Might look for the exit frags if
You can always get this plant.
Yeah, that's absolutely the right play. Starts
That's going to be the case.
5-0. Might as well get that neural theft one way or another.
Yeah, very good point. Went around the backhand side here, Carpe.
Ooh.
Ready for it. Able to draw down fast enough. Gets the headshot. T1 get themselves on the board here in round number 4.
Yeah, I mean, with that many powerful ults, and I like the way that Leviathan staggers those smokes to avoid that
Cypher or
crash
Sage?
initially.
Against
You know,
Gecko
Aspas just
comps,
blast packs
I
out
would
of there,
prefer
but
Sage.
decides to try to
Against
walk
every
into
other
that
comp
smoke, and
that has
Izu's
no
got a
Gecko, I
phenomenal
prefer
angle.
Cypher. It's pretty much where I'm
Bottom of
at,
it.
if he had to have one or the
Catches
other.
Aspas completely off guard there.
I would
Now,
rather
Tex
just
does
have no
his
duelist
thrash,
than have
neural
both, though.
theft for
Right
Calm. Still some decent cash reserve.
Okay,
for the
only
side of
2 people
Leviathan.
died as well, so actually that was a really nice round from T1. And just the overall
Finally
round
able
was
to get
kind of nice.
themselves
Just a
on the
double
board.
block of vision
Just
and
in case there was
get market control. This
some
was
aggression
cool
out
from
of that
them.
corner. Wanna buy themselves that
I
little bit
don't
of extra
actually think I've
space.
seen an attack team try and do
Boombot
that. I've seen
used.
men's teams do that, but attack
Smoke
teams.
to clear the corner. Is now T1 leaving Saya on his own. Kind of watch the trail end of things for T1. That's kind of interesting. This tripwire,
There.
tricky to deal with, so you got to really make
DRX
sure
have
that the
done it?
execute timing is ready
Maybe.
when you clear.
I thought they'd do that more on defense, though.
Clear coming out after shock to check. Back
Yeah, this
box.
is nice from T1.
Up
They
and over
find the
top,
site
Izu
that
with a
is
quick
playing,
little pick.
that is retake.
And that's gonna be the
Yeah,
reveal,
and
sprays through, finds that kill.
But how many
for
Sage
TP.
slows did they keep?
Likely going to be noting.
Or
Carpe
Sage
up
slows?
above.
Okay, well, it's
And
a dumb round.
Showstopper going to be lobbed in, and X-Grid going to be taken down. Fantastic ult. The Thrash won't be able to find too much here, it would seem. Maybe spotting Carpe, but yeah, now he's been noted by the gun barrel. And as he swings out, Osmoth is able to take him down. Mitchell's lobbed in, plant coming through. They cannot clear the wingman fast enough, but there's still only just 2 players alive.
No way he
T1
gets that
here.
kill.
41.
He's trying to create space for his team. Trying to create space for his team. Make sure he gets traded. He gets the kill.
He gets the hell out of dodge. Flawless here from the side of Lev.
And it's that extra layer of trap wire set up right across where they're expecting
3
these
already.
plants to go. Again,
Yeah,
Leviathan,
and T1 win a round.
that's a
They
decent
lose
read
the
on some of these
next. They
posts.
got no money
you're
for
gonna
2
wanna do,
people.
because, again, it is something that Paper X does on this map, and they're very, very good at it. It's set up for that back corner where Calm has the angle right out of his corner to take down the player who crosses that trap wire.
They had
Big
pretty much
early
lost,
kill.
in my
Breaks
opinion,
open
they
a
pretty
lot of
much
space,
lost
enough
anyway. There were
room
too
in
many
between
ults for
that
them to
wall.
not have Sage slows going into
Towards
this
elbow.
fight. Like, did they
Aspas to get that showstopper in and get that big kill.
they go fast in this one? Stun into double satchel. Judge. Oh yeah, love this strat.
T1's entry. Ospas, however,
Yeah, that
behind
one's
Mazino.
nice. Can they actually
in
get
the
through
end,
B main? Rotate's coming in.
Bridge for a race. Hard to say which
Look
one
at
I
this
favored,
guy.
but Tex pushing forward here into mid. Cannot quite confirm that kill. Dizzy goes up over the top and Saya player eventually able to find that kill.
Tex, you're on a Gecko, bro. Relax yourself.
Down to 11. Gonna have to wait for that heal to come back through.
They're getting so aggressive off the back of
Yeah,
that
look how
barrel
much
that
map
they know
control
they've
they're
got the
taking.
pinned and spawn. They're just going to try to use that, even though it's a numbers disadvantage for Leviathan. They have a position advantage.
I mean, they're spreading themselves so thin, but a lot of that just comes down to the confidence. But now Calm going to have to back away as he hears multiple shots flying
This is
his
nice
way.
though. King
King
re-clears all of B and then pull this one guy over towards middle, and then he could now potentially show over towards A.
There's still many a player that can play spoiler on the opposite side here. Camp through, lined up, Calm finds Carpe, finds Saya.
And they have a fast flank now. We're playing against a comp that has no Cypher, so they have to constantly hit one to the flank.
One tap will put Ospas on the floor. Get up on top of the wall here. Like he'll just go ahead, break the segment. Next grit tucks back behind the boxes. Being on the slope.
Do they expect the second person?
Here, waiting for it, but King gets the headshot.
41
Fantastic
HP.
readjustment of the crosshair. Now Calm pushing forward. Extra trying to challenge.
Yeah, and dude, nicely done. Com did so good here to just stay alive, make sure his teammate could, no matter what, take the angle.
Time on the defuse as
they
continue.
But an eco for T1. It's a rough start.
Calm's utility is proving to be so oppressive for T1 to deal with. They have to find ways to clear this. You don't have a ton. You don't have those shock darts. You don't have a Sova. Kind of the easy answer to it. You know, yeah, you've got paint shells.
Yeah, they kind of getting wrecked from the side.
Making it really difficult on this attacker's side. Even with those walls going up,
what is that? 3 kills in 2 rounds from just Cypher util?
And meanwhile, Rossi trying to do his best Ospas impersonation over there.
Chilling out.
That's amazing.
That's a pretty accurate representation.
So if you're the coach right now from
it's on point.
T1, literally just talking about how you have a counter comp that is for after plants. So they have to spend longer instead of just forcing it. They have to spend longer trying to get map control and work out where the Cypher is. So all the time, I would probably just be doing a B default, smoke off B, use util to take B and see if the trip is there. See if the trip is there, see if you hear a camera, and then from that info, then you can kind of work it out. That's like the most obvious thing at the moment. This whole comp is find the Cypher, where are they playing retake, where are you gonna hit.
And then they can set up for those lurks.
And I also think that LEV don't, like, really don't seem to,
the defensive T1 who got stuck on the
or do they, or are they now?
Giving them any opportunities.
At least with that I was watching, a lot of times they do just fight where the Cypher isn't. Maybe they're actually going to be fighting more where the Cypher is.
That gun advantage that we saw with LEV on Breeze. In terms of their own accuracy,
is this an eco, so maybe we'll see it into the next rounds. I do like this from LEV though, we mix it up a little bit.
Slow again.
Yeah, Flash connecting here on both sides.
Look at LEV, they're like, nope, we're playing retake.
Just pull back.
Go nuts.
Nice little bit of A control. Now you can go back over towards B.
There's the pop. As they look to just actually clear this one out. Izu is pushing forward.
What is going on?
Nothing spotted, nothing noted. King finds the headshot, and now you look at the HP bars here. The opposite side, Tex just able to spray away, finds that kill. Extra gonna be taken down. Wingman does get the plant. Ospas forced back there. Paranoia comes across, but Carpe trying to take some space, trying to take a fight flash, but paint shells out. Rossi gonna be taken down. It's just a day at the shooting range here for LEV.
Oh, that was nice and easy for LEV.
A damn thing for them.
Maybe because they didn't fight too much here.
Utility so good there to stall that corner. Make sure that T1 is never able to push that angle, never able to get the advantage. Anytime that Rossi threw something, Mazzino threw it right back. The breach v breach battle going their way. Because T1 has to be proactive there. Whereas you can be reactive on the back of this. It's the flash, then he trades the flash. And then he's right there around the corner. Make sure that they deal with Saya player.
Oh man, they are not fragging out. We're on round 8 and we have 4 people that aren't over 2 kills. They're getting no kills. They're getting annihilated.
It is not looking great. We're just being honest. You do have the res, but you have a roll.
This was nice though. Did they not just take A control?
This time around T1.
And then they can create the question mark.
an early push out. They are going to use that Rolling Thunder.
A bit of a misread, though. Doesn't get the catch here at all. On the
I like
Isu.
this from LEV, though. They're expecting something similar to what I called, the fact that you want to find out
Calls
the
the drop
Cypher,
back.
so
Well, he's
most
gonna
likely
look
they're
to regress,
taking
so
B
being
main.
able to get that ult
Push
out
them
of the
back, they
equation
take
here is a
control, they
decent
force
boon
them
for the
into
side of
the
T1,
side
but
where they're actually wanting to fight.
still just need
And now they can
clean
retake
site
B
exec
and
of
they
their
can
own.
heavy
Just
play
went for the
A.
hard read.
Dude, LEV play this
Somebody
great,
B
though.
and B
Like,
main.
LEV are one of the best on this map.
Didn't
They
gamble
really are.
correctly.
Double here on elbow. King able to find one. Carpe and
Oh,
Rossi, however, answering
that
back
was
in
nice,
OBA
though. I mean, they
side,
played
but
together.
gonna be a quick
I don't even be too
reinforcement
angry
here
with
as
it.
Mazzino gets himself situated. He's also going to look to challenge. Aftershock to just try to further delay, but Calm catches Izu lurking up into mid. Execute now. Has a
Timing
great
is
time to try to find
insane.
both, and he will. Right as the flash connects. So too to Execute's bullets. Ball now coming up. Calm, last man standing. Looks like already maybe resigned to stay back, but no. Redraws the camera. He's
Yeah, this
working
one's
his
too
way
much.
over towards A. Does have a ton of cash. He's one away from a neural theft again.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. It's the same situation we found ourselves in last time.
Rossi's one away from a rolling thunder.
Yeah,
It's probably the biggest concern.
yeah. But I mean, you got to feel like one way or another, T1's probably going to get that Rolling Thunder in the next round if they want it. So
I mean, you're not.
Chat, why are you guys complaining
yeah,
so
exactly.
much? The Sage was so fine. Gives them
I was gonna say,
early
go for it,
info
King,
here.
but then I remember
Gives them
that
early
King's
info
actually
here.
on
It's a
their
1v4.
Then it wouldn't really make as much sense.
I mean, I might think that you're talking to me.
No. Well, that's yes. Okay, fair enough. I always forget that you have a real name and it's not.
If
just
this guy was here, most likely probably gets called off by the play anyway.
Well, Spike will detonate. 4 players left standing here. A much needed, fairly clean round from the side of T1. Additionally, getting that Rolling Thunder out, but there is a lot more work to be done, and there is a lot of cash in the bank here for LEV.
And yeah, I mean the thing for Leviathan is you might look at that round and go, I don't know about that, but you know what? I'm kind of fine with it because you're so far ahead already. You can afford to go for big gambles like that, even if they don't pay off, and that just shows that they have a lot of confidence. You know, King calling a big read, that doesn't work, but so what? You still have a huge advantage. Now
Yeah,
you've got the
I mean, I
op in
respect
Osmos's hands. He's one
Tom
away
for
from a
not
showstopper.
heavy going
He just
for it.
needs that pick.
They're doing the ults, and now they
And
know
even
that
if
they
they
might
get that
heavy play
Rolling
to
Thunder
try and
Or Rossi, it could still be a
get
very
the
difficult
orbs.
round just on the back of the operator and
LEV
the
fight over towards
the
B,
YouTube and
retake
the,
over towards
showstopper.
A.
Ospas could bring down the bear, so see T1 worried that there might be some challenge for this orb. Certainly,
They use a slow in their
you know,
default,
expecting
right?
that Leviathan, considering trying to prevent the showstopper from ever getting through, but it's pretty far back, except for the fact that they've taken A main with that operator, with Ospas. He has complete control over that space. They know this isn't B.
And this is a great round at the
So,
moment for
once
T1.
again,
Like,
they
they
can
actually
just set
picked the
back,
right
try to
side.
play
They're
some
playing
traps. You
retake
can see
here.
that
They'll have
Comms
one
track
slow,
wires are
one
way further back,
stage
and
wall.
the cam as well.
Like,
So they're gonna
this
give
is
up
the
the
round that
space,
T1
and
should
I
be
think once
winning.
again,
Like,
look
this
for
is
that early
perfect
pick
at
off
the
of
moment from
Comms
them. They're
utility,
gonna go close. They're
and
gonna
then just
see the
try to
trip.
use that man
They're gonna
advantage
smoke this off. They're gonna
and try to
hopefully
keep
walk into sight
T1
instead of
pinned.
execing.
Get
Oh,
their
they're gonna
own breach
exec.
utility going. There's the Rolling Thunder into nothing.
Gonna get hit by the trips.
Into nothing
Did they expect the
indeed.
double push?
Spotted.
There it is.
Guys, why are they
Still gets Izu
execing?
on that entry, TP across the map as King joins in. Mazzino
Oh, man.
eventually able to
They
drag
don't know how
across,
to
but
play
that
this
should be
comp,
plugging
bro.
that kill. Calm finds himself a
Killing
second
me.
before falling. Carpe and Rossi, some much needed replies. They bring this into a 2v3, but Ospas now, the showstopper, drawn out, spots him, sends it. Carpe dead. It is all on Rossi to try to clutch this out. Can he isolate? He gets the first, the swing, and he cannot get Mazzino.
Nice round from Mazzino. It got close in the end. The two did pretty good over towards
Man,
sight.
Rossi's so close,
Oh,
but
bro, they keep
the
execing. man.
idea is so good from Leviathan. They had complete map identification, complete map control. Com gets the early pick.
The thing is
Fast
that LEV are
rotations
doing
through
such a
A main.
good job at fighting them on multiple
Everything you
areas
want.
that they're really struggling to
They read
work
that setup
out like what
beautifully.
is the retake site.
They forked over that Rolling Thunder intentionally with this setup in mind. Beautiful stuff here from Leviathan.
Yeah, and it's great from LEV.
You gotta tip your cap on those rounds.
LEV's
As they
been
come,
LEV's
they
been
just have to
pushing
run
behind
the
quite a
ball.
lot as well.
Little
Scary.
scary.
I mean, Rossi
Yeah,
isolated
LEV's
that
been
last
doing
angle,
good.
gave
Like
himself
once
a
they
chance.
lose this area, protocol push over towards middle,
Dizzy
fast
up and over
flank.
top
We
with a
kind of
little
saw it
check-in.
over towards B earlier with Tex as
Running
well.
nothing.
Just push over towards middle once they
Again.
take B main.
T1 trying to patiently wait this out as Carpe just goes for a break on that mid door.
This time, I'm going to be playing behind the generator on A site. If it goes that way, ball line not connecting with anything.
And this is
Again,
at least good for
just a slightly
T1.
different
They've
setup.
realized
First trap
they can get
at
this
the
bit of
door,
map
give
control
Com
for
the
free the
info.
whole
The second
time.
one set up for the entry for the plant. Saw that
They've
catch
also
easy earlier.
3 buy rounds, they've lost the first duel, or like a big duel to a trip all the time.
No util gonna be cleared by that one, but
They were just sending it
in.
into the trips.
Looking for the catch, but it's gonna be calm. Take it down now. That tech does not really matter too much. As Tex, however, holds the line, cleans up 3, and it all falls to pieces. Mazzino trying to win out, turn on the flash. A second one coming through. Rossi tucks back in towards elbow. As Aspas comes swooping through. Paranoia not going to go deep enough, cannot get the catch, but look at the setup.
Yeah, nicely done from LEV.
Has the shot. And T1 has no hope in hell right now. A 6-round deficit in the first half. 2 more rounds to be played. And they absolutely need them. They don't have any cash.
I mean, these changes round to round for Leviathan are so good. And it's, again, on the back.
Yeah, it was,
Tom.
I mean, again, it was nice from, like, the double setup on site was nice.
And with this box in the way, he can
Dude, T1 would benefit so much from defaulting. Like, T1 right now are just playing, like, ranked. Map control into send it. And their whole comp is literally about defaulting. Make it look like we're going to this site. Where is the cipher? Okay, what is the pressure made? Have we done enough pressure to make it so that they stack the site where the cipher isn't? Now we can walk contact into where the cipher is. Haven't seen that once.
Have to worry about full armors. That operator probably just sitting in the back somewhere.
They just send it.
Up that garage, but Mazzino looking for the timing. Just managed to find one, a little bit whiffy. Rossi put it down. Quick pick there from Aspas, though. Second shot, able to find the kill. Paint Shell now at the ready, but easy with a nice headshot. Let's take out Calm.
Lovely, nice.
Paint Shell looks to stave them off. Up on top of the wall, Excrit. Ball and detained, coming in from behind. Izu not ready for it. Zaya cleans up one, but realistically, what do you do from here? The spike. Stranded, 70 HP.
Go gun hunting.
Stinger, yeah, I mean, he can swing around into market, should be able to pick up something.
Well, if Saya can come alive here, who knows? If you can make it 8-4, definitely a defender-sided map. Feels like at times.
30 seconds left.
Saya taking his time, knows he's gonna make noise when he grabs a gun. Waiting for that wall.
Not gonna lie, the wall break, it kind of sounded a little bit like an outlaw shot, and I was like, where did that come from? Nobody has an outlaw.
It does, doesn't it?
Zaya's not picking up any weapons. Looks like he doesn't want to take the risk of making any noise.
Time?
He's got a mosh.
10 seconds left.
So
can go plant back site, yeah.
Site, but you think that he wants to send the mosh first and foremost to try to cut him off, stop him from pushing into the site, but instead he will give up that space. Trying to cut back, he doesn't know where they are, and he cannot find
it. Isn't a right track.
King. Kill not found, the fuse comes through. Looking like maybe
the T1 playing the most recent Paper X comp, like the one that they play with Jing.
In this tournament, they want to send T1 home.
Yeah, and it's just layers upon
they
layers
are.
here. They do.
Yeah, do you know what's happened? They've like pound for pound copied the Paper X comp without the fundamental understanding of how it should be played. Like even down to putting Saya, who I guess is gonna op on defense. Not that they're gonna have enough rounds on the Gecko.
It's gonna be from the shadows for Carpe. However, somewhat close. Rossi 2 away. Yeah,
but they don't.
Thunder, so that could be in play.
They're really missing everything about it.
But just taking their time, trying to identify what's going on with these defensive Leviathan. You know that op is still around, so you have to be extra cautious. Aspas is immaculate with that gun.
King creeping forward, and this is so much information here for the side of LEV.
Well, they're loving this. Comms utility.
And right now, side player at risk. He is just tucked in, staring towards mid, and as they swing the corner into tiles, they can play this out patiently. There you go, Excrit dead, Saya gone, Carpe eliminated as well. It is falling to pieces.
Yeah, they are really out of their depth on this one. And LEV is like one of the better, you could argue the best at the moment as well on this map. And they are making them look foolish, bro. They really are. And on defense.
I love this. I love this half from Leviathan.
It was so good. Like LEV did everything good. Like the pushes behind once they lose map control. But man, they had an easy time on this. Easy time.
Forcing their opponents into bad spots and capitalizing nearly every time.
And it feels like this is just something when you're trying to display this composition for the first time. It's going to take way more iterations to really get comfortable for it, but there's plenty to talk about here from this first half, so we'll pass it back over to the analyst desk.
Thank you so much,
Takes some mini
fellas.
boo on this map. Yeah, they're pretty strong. Only the old
honestly is in shambles right now. They have to
the
figure out a way
old
to get back into this, and part of the reason why they've been struggling, it takes
with
us
this.
to
That was the
Horizon
only
High
thing that
Speed
was like
moment.
really
Just
was,
been these
that was the only thing that was
retakes
better
we've been
about
seeing,
Paper X
meaning
with
from
Munya was their
Leviathan. You would
sunset.
think
That
the
was it.
Sage would be there for the stall, the
Everything
delay,
else
but no,
improved
they
from
just
Paper
don't
X.
care, man. They're just pushing.
Yeah, LEV has been playing some really good set retakes, in particular over towards this A site. Every round they're giving this space to T1, and this one is a great example. Ospas with some great movement to
That
get his
sunset has been
satchels
legit since
over the top of
kickoff.
the
Yeah,
wall,
their sunset's been
punishes
great.
with that
They've
showstopper,
actually
and
been
then you see the
demolishing
second
some
wave of
teams on this map.
utility come in, and LEV is just picking away at T1. Whether it was rounds like this where these
I think
slow,
Paper X's map
measured
pool is a little bit
retakes
dodgy
were
right
kinda
now.
combined
It
with
is,
some
yeah.
insane individual
It is, but they
performances,
haven't
or these
shown.
faster
They
floods
have
with
the fact that
players
they're
like
in
Texas
playoffs
utility
already and they don't have
taking
to
the
show
stage.
so
LEV has
much.
been
Is
dominating,
probably
getting
why
themselves
most
to
of the
that
people
10-2 half.
imagine that they are gonna. That's why most people think they're gonna win this event. Yeah, that is the worry at the moment. The best of fives really kind of exploit that.
A side time and time again. But another thing that is very surprising, and possibly one of the reasons why LEV is having an easy time today, is that now they're finally managing to translate something that they were doing back in Americas. They had a 71% win rate in their bonuses, which of course gives you a lot of leverage and a very strong start.
Yeah,
now, in the
that
previous
is
matchup,
a
they
big
didn't manage
stat.
to convert a single one of their pistol wins into that third round.
You know what's mad
bonus.
about
But
that
this time
stat?
around, they did it both at the times,
So,
and I think that's given them some
Navi
leverage.
have a
They're in
similar
a
stat,
fantastic
right?
position
Third
right now. It's
rounds.
gonna
So
be
you
a
win
struggle
pistol, you win
for
anti-eco,
T1. If they
you
lose
get
this
to the
pistol,
third round.
game's basically
Navi have
done
a
and you're
similar
looking at
stat
elimination.
because
Could be
of
back
their
here
buy that
very
they do
quickly.
here, right?
Let's send it back over to
They managed to
Achilles
make
and
sure they
Paper
have
Thin
like
and see if
5
T1 can bring
rifles.
it back.
Lev, sometimes they have like 4
Right
rifles.
now, the odds of that
But sometimes
slim.
I think it's more just a difference of their third round is so good to exploit how the normal, like how the opposite team likes to play. I mean, and Navi do this as well. Like they're probably both insane at this. But they just have a good plan into that one round. They always have this one round that they know is like gonna win or like has a good chance to winning how the other team likes to play, and they always try and do that one thing on the third round when they win pistol. And it's just so nice. It just means that they just snowball so heavy.
They're going to use this cyber cage to push forward, and Carpe wants none of it. Needs that help from those other initiators.
Like Navi and Lev are some of the best at it, but Navi get backed up a little bit by the fact that their anti-ecos are so good with the gun buy.
Backstab opportunity, but there is that trap wire set up from behind, just outside of tiles to try to intercept. Carpe playing forward to Dizzy, connecting.
Dizzy.
Holy hell, where are we, man?
Managed to find one, though.
There's so much
Rossi
util.
comes away with Common, now Tex gets himself
X
two.
gets
Carpe
2. Good
dancing
job.
around the center, 39 HP, eventually will fall, and now it is all on Izu.
Izu's here really fast.
Slow creeping his way up.
Yeah, but wingman to plant, Tex gets info, double swing comes out, he knows the double swing's gonna happen.
Cleans up one with the satchel.
Okay, nicely done from Izu there. Got the satchel kill.
Keeping them afloat.
Big 1v2.
T1 will win the pistol here in the second
It's
half.
a lot of that.
Take that first necessary step.
Oh, huge win for T1.
Another Red Bull clutch.
Another Red Bull clutch. Had quite a few today. Usually they've been going Leviathan's way. But man, oh man, Izu playing with fire, not having his gun out, coming around that corner. Literally in my head, I'm thinking, pull your gun out, pull your gun out. But able to use that blast pack there, get that kill. Really smart usage of that. Just catches Mazzino as Mazzino tries to swing back to the site. And that early scrap on that fight, you know, even though Carpe gets hit by that Dizzy, he's still able to find value from that corner. Catches Leviathan off guard. Even without that cyber utility. What is this?
That's insane.
What is that? That's old school Ascent
Firing
strats.
squad set up, but Rossi, nice little
The
wall
triple
headshot
face
there,
on the
does take
wall.
down Calm. Izu drifting back slowly, suspecting that they're going to be already within this smoke, and he's able to clean one
I mean, they
up.
were right on the
You know,
eco that they
Tex
were
on
going
the
to swing
opposite
middle.
side, able to find the kill. And flawless, that is exactly what T1 need. Ospas. Maybe sent back to the opposite side, but I mean, look at him.
He's just
giggling.
laughing.
He's laughing at the moment.
yeah, I
He's
mean,
still
Yeah, maybe
so
they're talking about the
he's
stack
like, I
of
haven't
wall in
seen that
middle.
since 2022. Not since Ascent,
Dead.
when people used to do it on the A site there.
We ran right over them.
It worked.
Second kill, but yeah, flawless going to be locked in for T1. Can they get the bonus conversion?
Amazing.
I mean, Texas already got the Thrash online.
Yep. That's scary. It's going to be tricky now for T1. Try to adjust. See what they got to do with this.
Okay, can T1 win their own
Sentinel,
bonus?
with no traditional Sentinel. Obviously, you have
Their buy's
Sage,
pretty good for it.
but Sage
They're
is
short for text though. Let's see what their plan
probably
is with
Sentinel
fish short.
of the Sentinels, I would say. And trap wire, excuse me, set up here on the outside. So this doesn't look like, at least initially, that Leviathan wants to go anywhere. They're expecting aggression. They're worried about it. Now they're going to make their way through mid. Outlaw in play though. Saya going to use that Dizzy to check first.
Checking, nothing spotted. Can't get the double pump. King does get taken down 10 HP.
Oh, hold up.
As Aftershock to try to flush them out into the open.
Yeah, that was nice.
Layered in as well. Izu is able to find that
That was good util.
Thrash still in play here, crucially for the side of left.
Yeah, they lose smokes as well. It's so hard to hit A site without smoke. You pretty much can't go this area. I mean, it's honestly, I think Carpe is playing that so wrong here. Like, you don't have smokes, you should just be playing the crossfire. Like, the fact that Carpe gives him a kill here early, like, you can tell that the call from T1 didn't come in properly here. The fact that they killed the smokes and that they should just be playing in the positions where they can't hold because of the smokes. Like, you can have the most disgusting crossfire in sight.
As they continue to trade it back, and Rossi gets that headshot now.
12 HP?
Last one standing versus Aspas at full HP.
Has to make a go for it eventually.
I mean, the fault line, it's still going to be a world away. He just used it. Yeah, 20 seconds remaining. Can't really afford to try to go for that one. And as he starts to swing out,
it was a
Aspas
close
will
round,
up.
but once they killed the smoke here, they needed to play different over towards A.
But that still means that LEV get up to 11.
Exactly, and it's as must-win as a bonus can get almost. You know, Rossi slumps back in his chair. Thought maybe he could win that despite the low health advantage, but Aspas steady as always.
Wouldn't chamber instead of a duelist make sense for this comp? It's very team dependent, but for T1, yeah, I agree, because that will help with a lot of the contacting that they want to do as well.
A bunch of rounds in a row now, like you said earlier, we've seen it in this tournament. Saw it with Gen G, we saw it with FPX on Icebox against Foot. Teams can do it. This is kind of
like they want to contact and find where the cipher is. And I think it's kind of underrated on attack, just a chamber just with an op, just prodding over towards B.
But are they going to be able to dig deep enough to find it? So far, Leviathan getting the better of them in so many situations, so many clutches going their way as well. And I'm sure that's something that T1 is going to be kicking themselves about.
What do you think of the Sage pick at this level? I'm telling you, Sage is on Icebox and Sunset. Sage is a counter to Gecko comps if you play it right. This was a great display of how not to play the Sage, if I'm being brutally honest. But it does counter this.
Still 7 just to tie it. Couple ults nearly there for them. Rossi close to that Rolling Thunder, the showstopper, one away. As far as that pacing is concerned, T1 not in a terrible position. Still need to be able to win this out. And Izu, I think overall, reading this nicely. Half armors across the board here for LEV.
If you Paper X, I mean, Paper X had it down.
Yeah, and I mean, I think LEV here.
I think that was one of the interesting things about this map with Paper X is like it was a good sign of the fact that.
Immediately, as soon as the smoke comes down.
Hold up.
They're trying to get through. Crossfire. Here we go.
There's the entry, but attention, split, and it's going to be Tex and King coming up with the goods.
It was a good indication of the fact that Paper X can play like
but you don't care.
They just
slow, methodical as well, and find out the sites that are retake.
You're happy to throw Aspas.
Like watching Paper X with Manya play this map was really cool.
Give yourself that man advantage. That skyrockets your chances of winning a round. So, as great as Aspas is, as valuable as his gun is, he's certainly just as valuable with his blast pack movement there.
Tap on the door, Excrit here on the site. Gonna try to wall things off, but I mean, there's still just an open segment, and they're just breaking down every single one of them. He stays tucked in behind the other. Swing out wide. Izu eventually able to find the shot. Plant coming through. Rocket lobbed in. Mazzino going to be taken down. Just finds the headshot. Excrit falls.
Good luck, man.
Seems like widely T1.
Yeah, no plant down as well.
To rescue this round. Plant interrupted, all on Tex with 43 HP.
Okay.
Mosh at the ready. Sprint towards the right side, but he just ultimately has no idea where they are.
Yeah, I think saving makes the most sense there.
T1
Paper X. Yeah, do you know what's interesting about Paper X as well? And I think it speaks volumes for either Alex or like the players themselves. Maybe Forsaken. I know he has a good amount of impact. Like in the off season, Paper X pretty much with the team that worked out that he had to play one site retake, one site fight, right? They had a comp for it. They started using the Gecko for retakes, and then Sentinels copied their comp, right? And then that comp kind of became a little bit meta. Then what happened is, well, everyone was out in the actual season copying Paper X off-season comp. They then switched to a comp that counters the fact that these teams are going to be playing one attack and one retake. One site attack, one site retake. So it was sick. Like, they created the meta, and then they created the meta. They created the comp to counter their own meta that they made. Like, they're beasts, man. They're absolute beasts. And they played it to perfection. You go back and watch some of the early Sunset games, Madrid and Kickoff. Like they were miles ahead of everyone on Sunset.
Rifle in hand puts it to good use. They need to defend this other one now.
The high-low, try to guard it. But all four.
Out. Tap on the orb. Osbos just getting one step closer towards that showstopper. Dizzy now going to be sent over the top. Quick clear onto that one, but Khan going to be taken down. I don't think that's actually going to be committed there, I believe, and yeah, it is.
Yeah, the good news about this one is really, really clean. So the money for the potential comeback is on, and now we get a big buy round.
That's a big tool, potentially.
We'll see how many ults we got.
No doubt. Yeah, but Lev, one away from a showstopper now. You have the Rolling Thunder, though, for Rossi. This might be a good opportunity for T1 to try to play retake themselves. You know, the desk was highlighting it during the halftime that it was a lot about Lev's retakes. You know, get the early picks into the retakes were so clean. Now T1 has an opportunity to
they got a bit of an ult advantage at the moment, though. Aspas obviously won away from his ult, so that's why they want to at least try to get info over towards B. Might even be a little bit of a slow into nade combo potential. And I like this from Lev. This is a great call. They know that Aspas is one away from his orb, so they're going to be heavy fighting over towards the sides, and they go straight through middle. Oh man, this was sick, chat.
They don't even need Aspas. I mean, he's over in Boba.
Have you noticed that Lev like to call like this? I don't want to anti them too much, but we saw it on Breeze where they're one away from their orb, right? One away from their orb, and then instead of going for the orbs, doing the obvious call, what they actually do is they try and exploit over towards middle, knowing that they'll be heavy watching the sides. They did it on Breeze. They did it here.
One more win, and they are sending T1 home.
It's just beautiful from Leviathan, understanding that there's going to be open space on this map because there's no
common
play.
calling style that King likes to do.
Of at least some angle, and it's actually Aspas completely slips the net, gets behind. Able to cover those late rotations, even though that B main
makes a lot of sense though. Like,
main hit just works.
You're gonna heavy hold sides.
And
be
T1
weak.
Just on the ropes. This is it. Got to run 6 in a row, or you're going home.
Fault line for fault line. Showstopper out, and look at the value. 2
yeah,
kills.
I mean, Omen flash into the breach stun. Where are you actually meant to sit? Omen flash breach stun next to it. Like you're done.
Interrupting the plant. Rez to put Izu back into the mix.
Raise ult on top.
Will get shut down.
Hold up.
Able to find that kill. Now,
maybe if Mazzino gets a plant here, gets ult, but they don't feel comfy, so they double push spawn. Oh, it's gonna get a weird round.
Last back across comp, deals with Izu after Shuck trying to flush him out. Rossi goes on the challenge, is able to find Mazzino. Now just leaving Com and King. See whether or not
does Com ever check behind him? Oh, okay, he is.
King swinging out, Extra finding one.
Hey, nicely done from T1. Okay, we're kind of down still. 5 chances.
Somehow, some way. Again.
I mean, this was all down to Extra, really.
Start to around the T1. Get the win in the end.
Unbelievable.
I like the strat from Lev. Fast strat. Woman flash into breach stun into double satchel. Like, where are you actually meant to? Where are you meant to stand?
Paranoia catches Saya as he's trying to get out, and he gets Carpe for his trouble. And then it's just winning some battles out there. Rossi tucks himself in his sight, and a sigh of relief from Xcurate. He knows how close they were to dropping that. Having that res was crucial for them in that round.
Oh god, they go fast. Double satchel down mid with the Fischl over towards A. Fischl gets instantly destroyed, so they kind of have to cancel.
King gonna be taken down to 36. Push forward Rossi, eventually able to stabilize the aim, does find Calm. He's got extra nearby to go ahead and get that heal across, and Izu will
Nice round,
finish the
though.
job onto the enemy Omen. So
I like this. No one overstepped from T1 too much. Like, this duel at middle was maybe a little bit fortunate, but... Damn, bro. He puts the ult into the 5v3.
Recovering on that thrash. Tags, however,
Bro is sick, man. Bro is so good in this team. He really is. Lovely shots. That second one was beautiful. Someone said in chat earlier, like, is Tex the most underrated player? It's a good shout. He's very underrated. He's been so good in this team.